Alright, hey, hi, hello. How's it going, guys? My name is ZetaRayZod, and welcome back to more Beacon Pines. Now, before I begin, be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell on so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. So, last we left off, we kind of, we found the source of Gran, but I don't think we had the right charm to convince Gran not to do it. So, I think this is the right path. This is like the real ending. But because we don't have the right charm, she threw the torch in anyway, and we kind of froze up. So I kind of went back here to try and do different stuff. We originally tried Sly and Hard, and we tried Chill, but nothing happened, and he locked us in the basement, and then that was it. So I think what we have to do is actually we have to go back. Why is this a? Oh, I thought this was a question mark. We have to probably go back around like here or here. And then try and get another charm. So since we've reached this far, I'm gonna go here. For context, if you guys can't remember what situation we're in, I think we were kind of like, we met Bex and we were just walking around looking for Rolo, because in this timeline he was missing. He got caught because we both went to the factory. We saw the guy come out, dump a body, which I think is Mr. Nuncrete, and he made a break for it. But I think he didn't make it. He got caught. He said he was underground somewhere. I think we did see where that underground was in the previous episode. But so we were looking for him with Bex, and then we came across the two bullies. I don't remember their names, to be honest. Iggy. It's right there. Iggy is the dude with me. He's like the small one, and he's followed by the big rhino girl. And what happened was we pushed him. We pushed him into some goo, and now I think like half his face is messed up. So, and now these guys at the bottom, I think that the clipboards are coming after us because of Iggy's face. So, originally I chose fight, and I shot the, what is it, the TCMC at them. Didn't really work, so we're gonna run.
Luka drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight.
Run.
He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches.
Oh, you're still gonna use that thing? Oh.
He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Is that a suction? That will not happen. A suction would probably only work with enough force, and if you're going at it at like a parallel. If it's parallel, like this is going straight down, your suction's not gonna suck anything. It's just a game. Oh, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Kerr. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy. See you, jerks. Fine. We know where that leads them. This way, we'll take the tunnels.
Luka and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage.
Also, if you're like gliding down that road, won't you be like getting rope burn?
After what felt like a marathon, Luka stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice. Chapter 5. Signs. They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luka's lungs.
Holy shit, did I find the source already?
Let's keep moving. Luka pulled Iggy to his feet.
It's a source,
as
what
they
the
gazed
frick?
across a snowy terrain.
Can you imagine, like, the previous timeline, I spent, like, what, until chapter 9 just to get to the ice place, and this is just chapter 5. That was actually pretty badass. Uh-huh. I think we lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. And what's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me. Right, that's where my house should be. Luka, are you there?
Luka had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
It's that bozo Kerr. Oh. Hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those woods.
Luka looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be rude.
With a resigned sigh, Luka responded.
Seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy, howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? I never had the honor to meet your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Luka winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
You gotta keep moving. Does that mean she's dead?
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. 2 faint seams were visible along the surface.
Manhole cover? If it is, I've never seen one like it. That's where we popped out of. Oh, there they are. What's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. It's down a bit from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Kerr? Still even see safe ranges. Maybe spreading, but it's under control for now. Even a small nudge in equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. What's all this? Hard to save all the snow. I think it's a town sign. Can almost make out letters under there. What town could this even be? There couldn't be another town this deep into Wheat Wood. I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1, snow's gotta go. I'll see what I can do. In situations such as these, I find it best to chuck stuff first. Oh, and ask questions. Right. Ooh.
The boys stared in disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
This doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines? How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around. Where did all this snow come from? Well, it's been colder than normal lately. There's a pretty big difference between weather and this Arctic hellscape. Puddle we fought at before. It was cold too. Maybe all of it leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell is going on? We're gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. What is going on, sir? Indeed. It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luka could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't have time to run. Or, you know, swim run. Can I walk on it then? Oh, I can. Neato.
The crunching of footsteps trailing Luka went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but more snow. There must be an explanation for all of this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic hike-atomic stories. We aren't gonna save the day. We aren't even gonna save ourselves. My face is mangled. The town is destroyed. Everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. I'm done. Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luka peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luka a sense of compassion, and more than a little guilt.
Yeah, because we did push him. It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around the dark anyway.
Luka allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Why don't you just go in the, like the building next to you? Away from the elements. Let's just rest for a bit.
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
Wait, the snow covered I thought for a minute there that they would die from the ice again, so I was just like waiting for it to happen. The way the snow covered everything over, it's kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. It sorta froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. I did lose my temper.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Jeez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get in fights?
Iggy shrugged.
It's something to do. You're an asshole because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Rolo are always having a blast together. Laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse mission control.
Iggy now wept openly.
Perfect little Luka Van Horn. With his perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in town likes you. Not everybody. Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet, and she already likes you. You have Tish.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know.
Luka gave a warm chuckle.
You get that impression. If you had said yup, that would have been funny.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
Huh. It's been raining out here. Definitely, because they're crying.
Arched into a wide yawn.
Should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of all this. Dude, find a house, Jesus.
Began to slowly drift shut.
Why would you sleep outside in the cold, Luka? Yeah? I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What do you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what? Huh?
That's all Luka could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to the worst days of my life, this one wasn't half bad. Aww. Oh, frenemies.
The house smelled of warm bread. Luka was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luka spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luka turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy.
Oh dear, does that mean that it's not perfect?
You don't remember, do you? Luka snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us.
Oh shit.
Luka turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luka was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luka's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luka heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luka gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luka's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luka flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luka, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luka descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luka eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luka placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere. Walt gently removed the device.
Voice actress is really good, whoever she is.
Listen to me, Luka. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luka hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun.
Huh. Who's that?
A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall. It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Good. Get your hands off me.
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
What do you think you're doing?
Luka looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We're asleep minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking at people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me, you...
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big catted, scarf-necked furball. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you? A friend. An observer. A hitchhiker in the infinite expanse of possibility. What? Great. How about a name? If you must call me something, you can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How would you make like a gnat and buzz off? Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Wait. Do you live here? You might say that. So you know where we are. You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Alright, that does it. Luka, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here, one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Oh, that's a male. Oops. Very well. I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luka and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open them.
For a brief moment, Luka and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weepwood, or we teleported to some alternate universe, or this is all just a cruel experiment by courteous goons. But this is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original, true Beacon Pines. Okay. You both grew up here, but the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement in engineering, to be fair, but a replica nonetheless. That That's impossible. It's too much work. You need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete tapestry, well, you can leave that to the miraculous thing we call brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, or revulsion even. It's a fair point, because what our brain does, from a psychological perspective, is that it fills in the gaps, which I assume is what Nat is trying to explain, is that our brain fills in gaps. That's why when you see some optical illusions, some things disappear, some things appear. It's just our brain kind of like not comprehending that this should or should not be there, and they're filling it in for us. So that I assume that's what he meant. Brain is a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane. Yeah. Luke and Iggy looked around uncomfortable. Why is she saying anything? So you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one can do is to uncover.
Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
The source. Why would you say the source like that? Why indeed?
Luka began to laugh uncomfortably.
It's all ridiculous. There's no way they could.
He looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home.
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out,
Iggy, it's not too late to turn back. Simple head west through Weepwood. Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you?
Chapter 6. The Source. Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luka and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luka sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rolo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luka needed to know.
Grave.
Luka stopped dead in his tracks. The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard. A headstone.
Oh, wow.
A dry whisper escaped Luka's lips.
You're here. Oh my. That's dark as shit. Because do you remember in the beginning of the game, we started off here at his dad's grave. And turns out that's not where his dad is. All this time I thought I was visiting you. But you've been here. Alone in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. I ruined your favorite spot in the whole world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
There was no reply. Just snow-covered silence.
Why'd you give me the slip like that? What if I couldn't find you, you jerk?
Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luka's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh. Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy. Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
Shit. We gotta hide. Oh shit, what if it's the dad? Holy shit. 259k. Fall off distance still good. Dude, did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole town of people. Does it feel like it sometimes? What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. The people who love them will never know the truth. The truth is overrated.
He bent down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Hey, don't be such a downer, dude. We took this job to change the world. Yeah, come on. It's almost lunchtime. Why is he walking off like that? Weirdo. Yeah, I thought I was a jerk. These dinguses are out here literally dancing on graves.
Luka stuttered through heaving sobs.
I thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me. Not gonna lie, it's a bad break. Here's some advice.
Iggy gave Luka a solid smack on the back of his head.
Hey, who's any of this helping? What? Sitting here in the snow, crying like some pushover. Who you helping? Iggy, look what they did. They lied to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Luka Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When some jerk comes at you, acting like a horse's ass, I should stand up for myself. Hell yeah. Kerr and his merry little band of clipboards pulled off the switcheroo for a reason, right? That mentioned something about a source.
Luka wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever's at the source must be awfully valuable to parental harvest. Sure would be a shame if something unfortunate would have happened to a precious source, wouldn't it? What do you have in mind? If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. And what if it's too big to smash?
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge. Damn. I'm gonna make this right, Dad. Promise. Let's do this. Locate the source, and we know what the source is. You can get awful cold out there in those woods, Luka. Probably best that you stay put and conserve your energy. Help's on the way. Where's Rolo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her? Oh, heavens no. Do I seem like a killer to you?
Iggy and Luka shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? Oh, shucks. Now that hurts my feelings. Screw that guy. But okay, you know what? I think now's a good time to leave this episode off here. In the next episode, we will locate the source, which we already know what it is from the previous timeline. And we'll see what happens. But for now, if you like what you see and you like what you hear, be sure to like, subscribe, and get that bell on so you stay up to date on all my latest videos. As always, be safe, take care, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace!